Greetings, everyone. My name is Brent Rudman, and I am your professor for History 170 at OCC during the spring 2025 semester. I wanted to just do a very quick visual orientation for you that allows us to get you maybe started a little easier than just trying to read through everything at the first point. You'll want to read through the stuff, but maybe this will streamline things for you a bit. This is the homepage for the course. This is just the homepage that pops up right when you come into OCC's Canvas site, and you'll see that there's a special note right here that I really wanted to draw your eyes to, which is do not rely on the to-do list. Over here on the student side, on the student version of this of Canvas, there's usually some kind of calendar here or to-do list, and I wish I could turn that off for this course. That kind of thing does work for maybe more simple, streamlined courses that are just sort of every week you have a certain kind of specific assignment to do and then you're done. And that works great often, but this kind of course is a little different. This is a history course, which means that there's not just assignments to do, there's also textbook readings, and there's also discussion boards in some cases. There's also documents to look at. There's video lectures. Those are things that don't show up over here because they're not assignments, they're preparatory for an assignment. It's something you do before doing the assignment. So it's kind of unfortunate that I can't silence the to-do list because it confuses a lot of students, and the students that only stick with the to-do list miss about half the course, and they have a hard time figuring out why their grade is not doing so hot. How do you get through this course then if you don't want to use the to-do list? It's real simple. Getting started here. Go to the modules. All right. Modules are right here, and you click on that right here, right under the syllabus link. And the modules are all right here. So it all starts with an orientation module, and that's the first week of the course, due by the 9th of February. So that's there. I'm going to check something too. Yep, the 9th of February. So this one is just open for the whole first week of the semester, even though there's other things we'll be doing. It's just that's the whole first week of the semester because, well, we'll be adding students and dropping students and all that throughout that whole kind of first 2 weeks of the semester. So this will just stay open as people come into the course. I'm opening the class actually early so that students that want to get through the module ahead of time can do so, especially if they want to take their time at it and really look at everything. So this is just the layout. Let me scroll down. You guys won't be able to see everything yet. You don't see it until I turn it on and publish it. But it'll go like this. We have the week one module, and then a little bit of extra, like a Zoom conference for everybody who can make it on the 5th of February, which will be a more personal, with video cameras turned on and all that meeting where we get to talk and maybe get more in depth to the class and answer some questions. But then as we get into the semester, so starting on the 3rd of February, here's chapter one. And I base the modules, I title them after the chapters that we're doing during that week. And it's only really a chapter per week. So chapter one module of a textbook that you guys will need to purchase for this course. I'll talk about that in a second. Week one lecture is right here. That's a recorded lecture with some PowerPoint slides, just like I would do in a live class. And then there's a reading in the chapter, a chapter quiz, and then maybe some other assignments that are either textbook or things that I've made for you based off of lecture or some other elements. So there's that, chapter one. That's just the first week. And then there's chapter two. And the date's right there that this module is open and for when the assignments are due. February 10th through February 16th, right? That's and the 16th or the 9th or the 23rd or whatever that last date is, that's always a Sunday. And the first date is always a Monday. So everything in this module here is open from Monday the 3rd through Sunday the 9th. And then, for instance, Monday the 10th through Sunday the 16th. Everything's always due by Sunday, but I would love it if students could get their work done before Sunday so they don't have to worry about this during the weekend. There's a lot of stuff everyone has to do. So these usually don't take a huge amount of time to do as long as students plan out their plan of attack. So my recommendation is just on Monday, open up Canvas, take a look, and decide when you're going to do all this stuff, whether right then or you're going to do it at various parts during the week. and get it done. There are some modules that will have more in it than in other weeks. It really depends on what else we're doing that week. So if we have holidays during a certain week, I'll have fewer things in the module. There are some times where we will have a research assignment in this class that I'll talk about more during the orientation on the 5th. And more. So there's plenty that are happening, plenty of things that are not just a few things in a module, but everything you need will be right here in the module. So I'm going to delete that part out. 535, blah, blah, blah. All right. About the textbook, when you go through the orientation, just go through each of these things. Just kind of go on in and just click next. You pop in there, look at it, click next, go to the next thing, right? And just read everything. This is really taking you through the syllabus. Really simple. And at any point, you could also just pop back out again to the modules and look at the whole thing, the overview. This is where you go to get your textbook. You can go to OCC, to the bookstore, and buy the textbook through them. And some students will have to do that, especially if they're getting special funds. However, it's way cheaper if you do it right here through the textbook site, because I have negotiated a discount. The textbook usually will cost around $70, but the cost to you guys is $35 through this site. So $35 I feel like is a lot better than 70, and I just I won't use a textbook that goes up to $70. I just don't like it. So I'm trying to keep it as cheap as possible, which is why I have this here, and we're using this textbook that your syllabus talks about, and it's from a company called Cengage. So students register for an account with Cengage, purchase the textbook. The other thing that's here is that when you go to open this up, only reason, well, I guess I can go to it, but you won't see what I see when you log in. This is what it looks like to me, but the content that you guys will see is an onboarding page that actually has the textbook, a purchase site for it. And if you are still getting the $35 together or what have you, you can also go ahead and click on another button that just says, yeah, and this is what you'll see, after you've purchased the book. You can click on another section that just says free trial. And there'll be like a week-long free trial, and you can use that to get yourself started until you get to the end of that free trial period, and then you will need to purchase the book, or you're going to be missing a good portion of the course and the points associated with the course. So make sure you get in there. And then after that, although you can go to the textbook site and see all this stuff, you can actually ignore all this from that point on, because if you go over here, I've got it all arranged for you to make it as easy as I can, which is week 1 lecture. Great. That's your overview of all the content in the lecture. You can decide to do this first, or you could do the reading first, whichever one you want. It depends on how your brain works when it comes to content like this. But you go to the reading, and when you click on it, it takes you right to the part of the textbook that I need you to read for that week. And then the chapter test right there just takes you right to the part of the textbook. So you don't have to go through all this stuff and figure out where the heck you're supposed to go. Just go to the module. Just do what's in the module and you're done. There's nothing else you're going to get points for that entire week of that module except what's in here. So don't get confused. Don't go on the outside. Don't worry about the to-do list. Don't try to kind of figure it out and get all kind of flummoxed. It's a great word, right? Flummoxed. Just go to the module, do the stuff in it. It'll take you right where the textbook part or whatever you need to go, and then move on, right? Next week, chapter 2. The week after that, chapter 3, all kinds of stuff, right? So make sure you get the textbook. Make sure you do the orientation so that you know everything about the class getting started. And then if you need to talk to me, and I hope you do, if you'd like to talk to me about assignments or about history in general, we live in interesting times, as you know, right now. There's a lot going on that I'll be relating back and forth to the current day, because history is nothing if you can't relate it to the current day. And there's a lot happening right now, politically and economically and globally. So from time to time, we'll be able to communicate about stuff if students have questions about something that they want to talk about with their history professor, whether it's in you need assignment help, or you'd like to talk about current events or whatever, you can go to Starfish here and make an appointment during my office hours. And when you do that, we can meet during my office hours, and and you'll have my undivided attention, and we can chat. So that is that. That's just the orientation for now, just kind of the quick onboarding. And right here is more info about the larger extra credit optional orientation, where students can talk back to me about things that they might need to find out about, and we'll move on. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great start to the semester.